Yo, what's up YouTube, it's Salty and today I'm going to be doing a high round strategy guide on the map Terminus. So to get straight into it, this is the loadout I recommend that you use. I'd recommend using the GS45 pistol with suppressor, extended mag 2, akimbo, steady aim laser and rapid fire. For the field upgrades, I'd recommend starting off with energy mine. This is going to help you with the early round strategy and it's going to help speed up the game quite a lot. Afterwards, I'd switch to ether shroud for safety. Now you don't necessarily have to keep any doors closed for this strategy, but I would keep this one closed if possible. We're not going to be camping in this room for this strategy, but we're going to be killing manglers in here, and that door blocks one mangler spawn, so it's not the end of the world if you open it, but it is nice if it's closed. Now for the weapons, obviously you're going to want the GS45 pistol like I mentioned earlier, and if you buy it off the wall when it's a legendary wall buy, this will save you 9,000 salvage. Of course you're going to want the wound weapon too, and it's in this room where we're going to be doing this strategy. So if you don't know how to get here, be sure to look up a guide on how to craft the wonder weapon and that'll open up this room for you in your game. Now there is a trick to this room, so as you're seeing right now, there's two spawns inside the room and one spawn outside the room. And we can actually get rid of that spawn outside the room, which is going to speed up the strategy a lot. So in order to do this, all you have to do is go inside the room and save and quit your game whilst you're inside this room. From that point, reload your save, and then when you're back in the game, whenever you enter this room, the zombies will only spawn from the hole in the wall on the left and the window on the right. The only things that will spawn outside the room are manglers and that abomination thing. They will do a lot of walking around for some reason after this patch, where they won't really go inside this room. They do sometimes, but it's pretty rare. So the reason why we kept that door closed earlier is because we've got to actually go out of our way to kill the manglers and the abomination at the end of a lot of these rounds. Alright, so moving on to the early round strategy, there's going to be two ways in which you can play this. The first you're seeing right now is kind of like the speedrun way. This is useful for getting through the rounds as fast as possible, and also maybe if your round goal is only like around 50, then you could just do this too because you don't need that much salvage in order to get around 50. As you can see right now, there's actually 0 salvage on the floor. In order for the zombies on the left to drop salvage, they need to finish that animation of when they're crawling on the ground. And the zombies on the right obviously have to climb through the window, and if you spawn killing them, you're not getting any salvage this way. So an alternative way to go about it is just to shoot the floor where I'm shooting right now, and you're seeing I'm killing the zombies on the left right as they stand up. And I'm also getting the zombies on the right as they jump through the window, so I'm getting a lot of salvage on the ground. And make sure you're using your energy mine too when it's fully charged, this will help speed up the rounds even more. As you can see, we're in round 40 here and we got through just about all the zombie spawns in about 30 seconds, so this is insanely fast. The only thing is, ever since the most recent patch, these manglers just walk around aimlessly, but if you come to the engineering room and look at the far side wall, you'll respawn them closer and then you can just take them all out, and we actually are going to rely on this for our high round strategy. So we have about 5 manglers here and 1 abomination, and once we take these out, there's a pretty good chance that we're going to come away with something good, whether it be a mutant injector or a chopper gunner. If we get nothing, we can always roll the dice at the armory. The armory is just at the top of them stairs. There's going to be a lot of gold keys on the ground, so roll the dice on the armory, and then worst case scenario we get nothing at all. That is when we should be crafting a mutant injection as a last resort, and it shouldn't happen too often too. We should still be at a salvage surplus all the way until at least round 200. Alright, so I'm going to give you a quick tip before we get into the high round strategy, as I'm going to be abusing this throughout the high round strat, and it's going to be blocking the doorway. So one use you're going to see right now is me using this with a chopper gunner. One of the biggest pains with a chopper gunner is the zombies all like to make a beeline out of the room whenever you use a chopper gunner in here, which is a good thing. However, they scatter around outside the room and it can be a pain killing the zombies that are scattered around and then killing the zombies that are respawning in the room. But if you just block the doorway like this, as you're seeing right now, all the zombies are just stuck in my body, which I can shoot throughout the whole duration of this chopper gunner. So if you block the doorway on a chopper gunner, it'll also give you a nice quick route out of that room too, safely. But also it makes it easier to get more kills with the chopper gunner this way. And I'm going to abuse this throughout the high round strat too, as you're going to see here. So for this high round strategy, I like to start it off by using Mustang and Sally on the left wall spawn and get a lot of kills here like this. And then I'm going to try and empty the full mag of my Mustang and Sally, and either before I reload or after I reload, I'm going to look to activate my ether shroud. From this point I'm going to block the doorway just like I was saying before. This will make it easier for me to try and get some more kills with one more mag of ammo, And then once that mag of ammo is gone, I'm either looking for an insta-kill, a nuke, or I'm using my kill streak. So from rounds 45, which is when you should be starting the high round strategy, to about 65, the chopper gunner will end the round as long as you start spamming Mustang and Sally at the beginning of the round like I just done there. But if you're on round 65 plus, then one chopper gunner isn't going to be enough to end a round by itself, so you're either going to need two of them, or I would just leave it on the ground until one mutant injection doesn't end the round by itself, which is about mid 100s. And then from that point you can use choppers again to help the injection end the round. So I'm going to go over the strategy again, but this time I'm going to get an insta-kill rather than using a kill streak, which is really nice because it's saving me salvage by not needing to craft an injection. And it's just really satisfying using an insta-kill for this strategy because the round goes by so fast. So use a full mag of your Mustang and Sally's, and then pop the Ether Shroud, use a full mag again. And there we go, we get our insta-kills, so now we're just spawn trapping the rest of the round away. Now one of the last things I'm going to show you about the strategy is using the mutant injection. And just like the early round strategy, there's two ways to use it. There's like a speedrun way, and then there's a slightly slower way, but it gets you more salvage. The speedrun way gets you no salvage whatsoever. So as you can see, I'm getting no good drops here, and I'm about to run out of ammo in my Ether Shroud, so I'm going to put my mutant injector. And I'm going to do the speedrun way, I believe. I'm going to go over to the hole in the wall, I'm going to melee, which is going to kill all the zombies climbing through the hole. And then I'm going to shoot my cannon through the window, and I'm going to repeat this: melee, shoot cannon, melee, shoot cannon. And it's going to just instantly kill both spawns, and you're going to go through the rounds so quickly like this. And now I'm going to show you the way that saves you some salvage. So if you just come to the back of the room and melee in between where both spawns meet, you should be able to hit the spawn on the left right as they're getting up so they drop salvage, and you should be able to hit the right spawn as they're leaving the window to get some salvage that way. And as you can see, I'm already picking up the salvage on my screen. So it's up to you which way you want to go about doing this. I'd say it comes down to whatever your round goal is. If you have a round goal of round 100, then you could probably just go the speedrun strat the whole way. But if you want to go for higher than round 100, I'd probably recommend doing a lot more meleeing like this and building up your salvage so you don't run out. And finally, I'm going to show you the fast parasite round spot. So as long as you've done the fast spawns trick, then you're only going to have one parasite spawn location, and it's in this window here. This is going to make it very easy and a very fast round for a parasite round at least. And that's going to be it from me. So if this video helped you out, be sure to leave a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.